Welcome to Sonic R, the only Sonic racing game that makes actual sense for the character. Sonic the Hedgehog, a franchise about a blue anthropomorphic hedgehog who can run at the speed of sound. Sounds like an excellent premise for a racing game. Well, Sonic Team have tried multiple times at creating racing games for the Hedgehog, with the most recent iteration seeming to be successful, but they all seem to have one thing in common: they don't actually run. Sonic Team seems to be trying too hard to compete with Mario that they constantly forget what their main character does best: run. That is, except for one game long forgotten by most and unknown to others: Sonic R. Now, I recently watched my friend Liam Triforce do a speedrun of Sonic R, so I decided to try it out again for myself since I haven't played it in a very long time. Turns out, I'm not really cut out for speedruns. Sonic R is a racing game developed by Traveler's Tales and Sonic Team, and was published by Sega. It was originally released for the Sega Saturn and PC, but has been released as part of Sonic Gems collection for the Sony PlayStation 2 and Nintendo GameCube, which happens to be the version I own. Sonic R allows you to play as many classic characters such as Sonic, Amy, Dr. Robotnik, Egg-Robo, and Tails Doll? Each character plays slightly different, such as Knuckles being able to glide for a short amount of time, Tails being able to fly a short distance, and Amy driving her car, which allows her to use a slight speed boost and drive over water. As the game starts up, we're immediately introduced to some sweet tunes, so we know this game is going to be a great one. Right? The controls of Sonic R are absolute trash for a racing game. The game plays like you're controlling a tank, not a super fast hedgehog. The turning is terrible. Collecting some of the items in the game can be a complete nightmare, and acceleration just confuses me. Oh, and a lot of the collision detection is just plain unfair. So it's no real secret that I don't like the controls, but what about the rest of the game? Well, like I said before, the music is nice, doesn't really fit the feel of a Sonic game all the time. But it's still catchy to listen to. The tracks in the game are pretty typical for a Sonic game. We have generic Green Hill Zone, generic City/Pinball Zone, generic Ruin Zone, generic Factory Zone, and a Rainbow Road ripoff. These stages are full of alternate paths and shortcuts, which you are going to need to know like the back of your hand if you want to complete this game fully. You start the game with the ability to play as 4 characters, and unlocking more by collecting 5 coins in each race, as well as being in the top 3 by the end of the race. These coins are hidden all over the tracks, with some being on the path that you will take to normally finish the race, and others way out of the way. Like this one locked behind this door with nowhere else to go but the way you came in. After the race is complete, you have to compete against a new character, with you gaining the ability to play as them if you win. Each stage also has a secondary objective, which involves finding 1 to 2 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, which are always locked behind doors. Got one. Wait, where are you going? Fine, I didn't want you anyway, just leave. Well, it turns out, to actually get the Chaos Emeralds, you have to not only find it, but also place first in that same race. After you collect all 7 emeralds, you can play as Super Sonic, the most broken character in the game. Oh yes, you can't catch me. Super Sonic has the ability to hover over water, and is the fastest character in the game, so there's no point in playing any other character after you've unlocked him. Especially since the game will put you against the hardest characters if you play as any of the unlockable characters. Sega, please nerf. Okay, I'm gonna beat Super Sonic. Oh wait, he's ahead of me? I'm just gonna take the shortcut. Yes, I'm in first place. Made it. Perfectly through the trees. I don't know how I did it. First lap finish in first. Go away. Darn, he's in first now. Just gonna take this shortcut again. Great, in first place again. Well, there are the trees that I remember. Darn it, he's in front of me again. I'm never gonna catch up to him now. I'll try this shortcut again. Yes, I'm in first place again. No, I'm so close to winning. Don't take this away from me. How did he get to the end so fast? I call hacks. Please nerf. And that's pretty much all Sonic R has to offer. After that, there's not much more to do in the game. You have a time attack. So fun. and a multiplayer where you can play against a friend in such classics as Balloon Battle, where you search all over one of the tracks for balloons, which is a lot harder than you might think. I seriously spent about 8 minutes on this mode without being able to complete it, but looking back at the footage shows just how blind I am. So that's Sonic R. Do I hate the game? No. Would I recommend it to anyone? Probably not. Sonic R can be completed in about an hour, and that's if you are going for 100% completion like I did, or if you're Liam it's like 5 minutes. It's more of the type of game you play with friends just to make fun of. Not the multiplayer, it's very boring and unfair, but just the single player mode. It's not that I think they didn't put any effort into this game, but there's just too many problems with the game to recommend it to anyone but the most hardcore Sonic fans.